welcome to Cinebeards 101.
Hey, Jason.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
That's my box. Put that box over here.
Give
Jason,
Thomas's
get your
box.
grubby hands off Thomas's box.
I bought the majority of these grapes, so you can fuck off.
I'm gonna hide that money in your car later, so you can fuck off.
French and Bandit strikes again. I always picture him as wearing like fuck. The little bandit rodents. The bandit cats. What are they called?
Raccoon.
That's the one. I was like,
Trash pandas.
I was like, it's the thing that the coon is based on, but I couldn't remember the first syllable.
I like how that's where you went.
Coonopotamuses.
That's your word association.
Cat coon.
Cat coon. Dog coons.
Raccoons? There we go.
Criminals.
There we go.
Hardened criminals. But yes, that is his attire.
Yeah.
Tiny bandits.
Okay.
So we're the
Now that I've
Cinebeards.
had an introductory grape,
Yeah.
let's talk about movies and shit.
We're talking about movies.
Talk about movies.
So what,
Isn't
the
this a gaming
rad
podcast?
trailers?
Yeah, let's talk about some of the rad-ass trailers. Shall we start with one of the raddest ones?
Yes.
You mean Charlie's Angels?
No, I mean
Jason,
The
no.
King's Man.
That's amazing.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh.
good-ass trailer.
I'm so glad everyone at this table has seen both Kingsman movies.
Yeah. So that you can
No,
accurately...
Jason, I haven't.
What? Dion?
Oh no, I see what Jason did there.
You've been led into a trap.
Yeah,
Oh no.
you've been tarped.
Classic nature.
Damn it.
But yeah, no. Matthew Vaughn at it again with a franchise that he's actually good at.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Well, I'm just happy that, again,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
true. I'm pleased to see that, World War One movies are in vogue. And that makes me happy.
Wonder Woman brought him back.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Good times. And
And
this
also,
looks great, because Digimon Honshu.
Yeah.
And also, like, the anniversary of it ending, all the movie studios were like, it's the what anniversary of what? Let me Google that. What?
That's great. This happened?
Why do we have no movies about this? This is a gold mine. And all these people are dead, so no one can get mad at us when we mess things up?
If we don't make movies, people die for nothing.
That was the true sacrifice.
But
That's why Archduke Franz Ferdinand died.
it does seem
That and his bullet immunity
that the
wasn't doing
villain
great.
Yeah.
is very similar to Dr. Poison, though.
Who cares? It's Rasputin.
True, but you could also say that that's kind of the same thing that Sherlock Holmes, the second movie, did.
Yeah.
Which did that way before Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a lot of things lining up with Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
True, but
you-
if you're making a World War One movie, what are you going to do? You're going to focus on the poison gas, because it was the first time they'd ever used it, and it was
Yeah.
spooky for everybody. And you're
Yeah.
going to focus on the mechanical aspects of
You're going to
warfare.
focus on Rasputin, because he's fucking badass.
yeah.
That is fucking cool. Rasputin as a bad guy.
Yeah.
And
That
like
doesn't get cooler than
Kung
that.
Fu Master and Poisoner.
Yeah.
I'm in it.
And that beard is
But
magnificent.
you're right. They're obviously using those
We
things.
have to respect the beard.
Yeah, we do. They're obviously using those things to like draw like, oh, this was rad in Wonder Woman, so I'll go watch it on this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And also it makes it, I mean, hell, even Battlefield 1 made a huge thing about the mustard gas in the campaign and whatnot.
I mean, it would, because the mustard gas was the huge thing in the war.
Yeah.
Crazy how nature do that.
Yeah, it was great, because I mean, like,
also the
if it
chlorine
didn't
gas,
kill you,
yeah.
you could,
And
you
also
could
the
have your chicken
phosgene
spiced
gas.
basically for free.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
And also the
Why
nerve
are we
gas.
thanking the
I
Germans
think
for
you
that?
misunderstand how mustard gas works.
No.
It's
Why do you think they were so well fed in the trenches?
is that if you have like IBS and you have a little too much Dijon?
yeah,
Then
And
basically.
yeah.
And they
this
weaponized
grape
it.
worm's so precious it would come flying at you there, Dion.
I'm ready. Great visual gag.
Great original guy by the Symbiotes. No.
For those of you who haven't noticed yet by the chewing sounds, we have
I don't know.
Cotton
the chewing
candy.
sounds were completely absent last time.
Yeah, we're pretty good
what a
about it.
distraction.
Well,
Peeled Grapes, episode 2.
we got that from the beginning when Thomas opened the episode
With the raddest title ever.
Yeah.
Judgment Peel. Possibly the worst pun combination that he could have come up with.
You're welcome. We're fucking natural at this.
Yep.
I hate puns. They're stupid.
Hey, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Said
whoa.
what I fucking
We
said.
don't take on religion on this podcast.
George is just gonna come smashing through the door.
Through the roof.
The fuck you say? On the one thing, George made a joke about Muscle-by, but he spelled it B-Y-E to like sign off. And somebody said, "Aye, George." Says, "No, Muscle Bay," but it's close to George.
Outstanding.
He set it up perfectly for himself. I was about to say, what a fantastic bait. What a fantastic feint. And then parry. Love it. I respect it, even though I hate it.
We do have another World War One movie.
A more seriouser one.
A way more serious for a while.
Thomas, tell them the thing about 1917.
1917 looks rad. I was
besides
looking at
that-
some production specs, and apparently the entire movie is going to be shot like a fake one take.
Hot damn.
Like the Birdmans.
Like the Birdmans, yeah. Apparently the camera never leaves the two leads.
Oh.
It never moves
So
away
a
from
little
them.
bit of God of
So they're
War.
always together.
Yeah. Well, we don't know that.
But if it never leaves the two leads.
One could move away and it would stay with one, and like I think that's
There's a thing called split screen.
Yeah. Although the frame rate halves.
Yeah.
it's fine. I like couch co-op, so it's fine.
Shit, did you guys hear? Speaking about frame rate, apparently, and this is going to be part of the topic for next week's episode, Will Smith's movie Gemini Man,
Oh, yeah.
120 frames a second.
What?
That
Is
means
it like-
next to no movie cinemas
Yeah,
in
there's
the
like
States
11 or
even.
12 cinemas that can actually show it in there. The thing is,
Why is it at such a high frame rate?
Because
apparently for realism or something,
Xenu.
but I watched The Hobbit in 48 FPS, and that was one
Oh,
of the
dude.
worst
Oh my
cinema
God,
experiences
oh,
of my
which
Which
life.
is weird
Horrible.
because that was our first IMAX experience here because it was the first one they showed here.
Yeah, but
We
the
went
IMAX.
to the first possible IMAX viewing.
Yeah, but remember,
Yeah.
IMAX
Okay,
was still at
okay,
24.
Oh,
No,
No,
it was-
there was a 48 FPS
we
screening.
literally went to the opening show of the IMAX here, and it was The Hobbit,
Ah.
Battle of Five Armies.
wow,
And-
that is the most inauspicious beginning I can possibly imagine.
I'm pretty sure I watched something there before that.
No, it was the opening thing. It was Martina's birthday as well.
Damn.
I'm glad
Why did
you
we ever go
remembered
back?
this, Dion.
Why did we ever go back? Because that was the opening with I think it was the second film or the third one. Which one starts with like Smaug destroying
Man,
the town?
I don't
think
know.
that's the
I think
third
it's the
one.
third one though.
Oh yeah, it started with that, and it looked like a really cheap video game cutscene.
I know why we went back and then kept on going back. Because they opened the IMAX 2 months off, no, a month and a half after Fury Road released. And they re-released it in IMAX.
There we go. There we
that-
go.
So we went to go see it in IMAX, and then we're like, IMAX?
I'm thinking about all the IMAX stuff I watched as a kid. Because they had some cool documentaries.
Rad
Yeah, the one that
documentaries.
was at the BMW Center in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always had cool ones. I'm sad that we don't have a dedicated documentary screen because IMAX documentaries are coming out all the time and we
Yeah.
don't get any of them. But back to 1917. The only qualm I have,
First IMAX screen.
indeed, the only qualm I have with the story is like the whole thing is centered around like you got to get this message back or we'll lose 1,500 men. It's like that is like 20 minutes on the Western Front in
Yeah.
World War One. Like that's my only kind of qualm with it, and also
Well-
the time frame. Some of the landscape shots, I like. There would be no fucking grass, no grass anywhere. It would just be razor wire and pothole.
The thing is, though, like the whole, it's 1,600 men, da-da-da. I think it's more just, it's two guys that have to go and save a battalion. Like, even though it's the focus of the film, I think it's just looking at, like, one little microcosm.
Saving Private, your brother, and his friends.
Yeah, I get it, but it's just it's low stakes considering.
No,
But
no,
maybe,
no.
but maybe that's the point of it, to make it smaller personal stakes rather than...
Yeah, because the guy has to go save his brother and 1,600 other people.
Yeah, true.
You mean 1,599?
199. Yeah. I didn't want to be a twat.
But I did like again looking at
That's
the
more than half of what I was expecting.
looking at the production thing. Almost all of the movie is shot exterior on location, which is quite nice. But they were saying that it was a nightmare from production standpoint because they had to use you can't light a field It's
I mean,
impossible.
you can.
You can
A daytime.
put some effort in.
Yeah, true. They should have just moved the clouds.
But you
See
kind
them.
of color match all the shots.
Yeah, exactly, for continuity's sake.
Yeah, gee, I
So
have
that-
absolutely no experience of that.
When's that video coming out, Dion?
It's already up. It's
Oh,
just
is it?
it's just set to private.
Oh.
So it's not out.
Well, it's been up for like 3 months. Yeah,
So they
Why is it still sitting?
they're saying that they had to shoot a lot of the stuff
as the other stuff set
chronologically,
after.
which is its own fucking nightmare.
You're a fucking nightmare, Thomas.
I know, but I brought you nice grapes. So
That's true.
We just look past the fact that I'm terrible, just once.
Okay,
Okay. But yeah, I'm excited.
Thomas guy isn't that terrible. Yeah.
Well.
I'm looking
Just
past
this once, I feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty good kid.
Well, too far, Marcus. Too far.
Okay.
Yeah, you see how weird
as
this
usual,
is?
too far. But I'm still excited for the movie. It still looks great.
Yeah, it looks good, but unfortunately we watched its trailer after the Kingsman trailer, and it's like ain't as good a trailer.
No, not as good a trailer
Not good a
at
trailer.
all. But I think
And
we'll-
also, it got your hackles up because of the
That
new
fucking
movie.
because of your favorite thing, Dion.
my favorite thing, the slow, melancholy version of some existing song.
Yeah.
Yay! That trend needs
I
to
thought
fucking
that
die.
trend was dead. I thought it moved on to the
To the happy.
sad old song.
It's kind of like a middle ground.
Speaking of a trailer with an
Some
old
sort
song,
of no man's land, if you will.
yeah. Yeah, another trailer on that song. Guy
That
Ritchie
grape, that
is
grape is
back.
gonna get you, like it got me nearly.
Ooh, speaking of a trailer with an old song in it, Guy Ritchie is back, y'all.
I'm so
The Gentleman.
happy. I was really worried after King Arthur that this would be like just downhill for the next 10 years.
Yeah, because
of
they did
awful
that.
guys,
Then he
you know.
followed it up with Aladdin, but I'm pretty sure he just did those to get money to do The Gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Robert Rodriguez situation where he keeps making Spy Kids movies so he can make Machete.
What a hero.
But he loves the Spy Kids movies.
Yeah, the Spy Kids movies are great, and they have Machete in them.
Yeah, they exist in the same universe, Marcus.
Which is
Yeah, I know, but it's.
What is it?
I'm gonna have a break.
God confirms in the Old Testament.
yeah, I think that's
Spy
been in the
Kids
same
cinematic
universe.
His son, who's also himself, will definitely be making a return.
No, yeah, the fact that it looks like, you know, your classic Guy Ritchie British criminals movie.
I'm a little worried though that he might be selling out because I understood every line of dialogue in that trailer.
I didn't understand
Ooh,
some
yeah.
of what Colin Farrell said.
No, I caught all of it.
Oh,
I'm really
I love
worried.
Colin
Maybe
Farrell.
you're just used to Colin Farrell.
You watched
possible.
Colin Farrell in Killing of the Sacred Deer.
No.
That movie is fucking weird, but watch it. It's got Colin Farrell in it. Yeah.
No, in Bruges is where I fell in love with him.
In Bruges
Uh-huh.
is maybe one of the funniest movies to exist.
But in like a dark way.
Still funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really
I'm
enjoying
interested-
watching everyone peel their
On
grapes. It's just so much fun.
Raglan
I'm.
Road.
Oh no! Don't you do that to my heart. I'm interested to see what Charlie Hunnam's voice is going to sound like because I know
Yeah, you said
in
his
an interview
accent was
years
busted.
ago, just as Sons of Anarchy was
Wrapping
ending,
up.
he revealed that he'd completely busted his fucking accent by speaking as an American for like 8 years.
Fucking hell.
Oh, it's like
Let's
Hugh
talk about
Laurie who actually developed an actual limp from playing house.
that. Really?
Yeah, like
Oh.
he actually it actually took him a while to just like
Walk like a
Walk
human.
like a
just
human
walk
man.
normally again. Like it affected his actual walk.
Look at the lovely rings.
Mm.
And the grape. But that's crazy to hear.
Yeah.
But I'm yay, Welsh representation.
Was it? I must say I did not recognize Hugh Grant at first.
No.
Yeah, yes sir.
The,
I mean,
like-
but he hasn't been in movies for ages, though. I mean,
no,
that
but
doesn't.
the prosthetics that they have on him make him look fucking haggard, which is great.
I think
Yeah.
that's just him.
Maybe he's had a tough life, Thomas.
I mean,
He was married to a beautiful woman.
in fact, hang on.
And then
I'm
had
just
sex with
gonna.
a
I'm just
hooker.
gonna look up a picture
You know,
of Hugh Grant.
he's lived a hard life on the mean streets.
Of Notting Hill.
I hate to bust your bubble. He just is that haggard.
Is he just busted?
He's just that haggard now.
Father Time took a back to that man.
Is he?
I mean,
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, no, that's not prosthetics. He just looks old as fuck now.
Father Time took a bat to that poor man.
But it's cool because he's gonna look that way until he's like 98.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Bill Nye, he turned like 50 and then he just stayed the same for the next 17,000 years.
I respect that about him. But it looks fun. It looks like it's got all the classic quirky beats.
Yeah.
And it looks like children will be beaten in that film at some point.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
Yeah.
And, you know, it will be great for South African parents to see because, you know, they can't do it anymore and they're very angry.
Yeah, they need an outlet.
Yeah.
And British children still get beat the
They
fuck
need to
up.
beat children vicariously.
Dude, some of the shit I was reading, it feels that way.
Ah, man. I wish I could beat my children.
No, because then you'd have children.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's a. That's
That's
that's a
that's
pretty-
the Faustian bargain. We all want to beat children, but none of us
Alright,
want
so what are you
children.
getting out of this Faustian bargain?
Mephistopheles, I wish to beat a child.
You may beat this child, but it will be your child.
Why do I feel like comic book Peter Parker right now?
We were listening to Epica by Camelot on the way here.
Oh, very nice. Very
So
nice.
on point.
On point. Timely.
Or trailers.
Onwards. Actually, there's a trailer that we neglected.
Yeah,
to
and let's keep
rewatch.
neglecting it. Whee!
Six Underground. The Michael Bay one with Deadpool.
with Deadpool.
With Ryan Reynolds.
With none of the charm, all of the character. Hey.
Ouch.
Yep.
Well, screw that. Let's talk about Charlie's Angels.
Well, let's briefly touch on Six Dead.
Let's
I
talk
want
on-
It's called
let's
Six
put-
Underground. It's a movie directed by Michael Bay. It'll be on Netflix in December.
It looks like
that
shit.
covers it.
It looks like Michael Bay.
Looks like
So
hot
it's got
shit.
explosions. It's got
Casual
action, It's got
racism,
casual racism.
Casual sexism,
and
less casual
no reason
sexism.
for existing.
Yeah.
So checks all the Michael Bay
Ryan
boxes.
And
Reynolds
white
is like,
people.
listen, Michael, listen, I'm delivering these lines, but I'm not really sure like what the punchlines are. I don't really get it. Michael's like, don't worry about it. We'll get it in post. We'll fucking CG
We'll
in.
dub
just-
in,
I
we'll
just-
dub in your jokes and post.
I just can't wait for the moment where three Ryan Reynolds appear out of the water.
But they're of varying heights
Yeah.
to create dynamic scale.
Alright, let's talk about Charlie's Angels, or how we're no longer relevant.
Yeah, I feel.
As I said,
yeah.
I felt myself turning to dust watching that trailer. I have never been so irrelevant to a movie trailer in my life. And
Yeah.
I watched that Dog in the Rain trailer.
Well, I mean, that was still aimed at you because they kind of scattershot that one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
this
as a
is-
cis-het white man, I feel like this movie has nothing for me.
No, dude, as a 30-year-old, I feel this movie has nothing for me. It is my age, not my man.
Except
bits.
Kristen Stewart.
You're as a pretty lady, which is gay.
That almost makes it more appealing to you, Thomas.
Kind of.
I mean, she
Because, like, she's even more unattainable. You know? Like, I, like, already have zero charm.
Yeah, no, you.
Sounded like a seal.
Already have zero chance.
So,
Now
this
that
is
she's
like,
gay.
well, it's already somewhat unlikely. But that's the thing. That's the nail in the coffin.
It was already a little bit unlikely.
What can I say? I'm a man of impression. But yeah, no. I don't know. It's a trailer. It doesn't look very good, but again,
Yeah, it's absolutely not for us.
not
Yeah.
for me.
we are not the target market
But
for
we
that.
have to be super sneaky about this. So let's tattoo our logo on our
Man, let's
necks.
tattoo our super secret logo on our thing.
Nanomachines. It's got. That's how they communicate. It's nanomachines.
Oh, well, it's glitter nanomachines.
Man,
yeah,
Nanoglitter.
because they're girls.
I do like how
So it's got to be glittery.
the entire kind of reason for that film existing is to launch a CD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a 90s?
I mean, they're really pushing that, but once again, we're not the target market, so maybe that's what kids like these days.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No,
kids don't like music, Jason. They like heroin.
And what do you think they do when they're on heroin, Thomas?
Shit themselves.
And try not to vomit their brains out and choke.
No, they do that a lot.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
That's why I say try.
Yeah, it fail. Heroin's
Although
bad.
I'm not sure I'm on board with, Elizabeth Banks promoting alcoholism.
The
I gotta say
daydreaming.
that's the only thing in that trailer that I can relate to.
Do you know?
day drinking.
Do you know? I guarantee you, I know why that line is in the trailer. Because the alcohol they're drinking is probably a licensed rapper's alcohol.
Either that
alcohol
or one of
brand.
the new singles that the film is
No,
helping
no,
to
that's-
launch is called Day Drinking.
No, but I'm saying one of the people featured on that CD will have the licensed
Oh, yeah.
alcohol that they day drink.
Of course.
Or it'll just be Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Skull vodka again.
Apparently, that is not bad.
No, I've heard it's really good vodka, despite being...
I've had it. It's average vodka.
Or is it? Oh.
Whatever, vodka's just like a peasant's drink with fancy marketing.
Yep, pretty much.
really is.
A lot of drinks are just peasant
Yeah.
drinks with fancy marketing, though.
It's like
That's
there
why I
were
drink-
things made like out of pure necessity because people's lives were so miserable that they just had to find some way to get fucked up. And now, like, it's like they used to serve caviar in bars, like before they served peanuts.
Really?
Yeah, like they literally had like caviar as the salty snack to get people to, because it was just so plentiful and just such a peasant's food.
Same thing with foie gras.
Yeah.
How strange.
Yeah.
Apparently, the ancient Greeks would serve, at their symposia, would serve biscuits laced with tons of salt to get people to drink more wine.
Yeah.
So they just had salty cracks and wine.
It's how I live my life.
Which is pretty much like every book club meeting.
Yeah.
Cut to today.
Super
the same
intellectual.
thing.
How far we've come.
And
The
how
more
far
things
we've
change,
fallen.
the more they stay the same.
All right, Ron Perlman.
I didn't hear it, Chen.
Ron Perlman, the beginning of Fallout.
Yeah.
Oh. Is that Ron Perlman?
Yeah.
It's always been Ron Perlman. Jesus.
You've always been. I
interesting-
don't know, Video James.
Interestingly, in Fallout 2 or Tactics, he's actually the like leader of the Brotherhood of Steel.
Tactics.
That makes more
Thank
sense.
I love Tactics. Wow,
Tactics was a good game.
fucking great game.
Like, it did not get a fair shake at release.
Nobody know. But that's fine. On to movies. What's the next trailer?
Probably Zombieland 2 Double Tap, the Red Band trailer.
The one
Or as they call it-
with weird like out of focus shots.
Yeah.
gathered throughout.
And really weird dialogue ADR that
Yeah.
did not really suit it at all.
Super strange. I mean, I'm still like the film's gonna be fun. I'm sure.
I think the
Yeah.
film will still be good.
That is
But
the
yeah.
tiniest grape I've ever seen in my
What does it
entire
taste
life.
like?
Aw.
Eat it, Jason.
Eat it, Jason.
Give it to Thomas.
Thomas, feast upon the child. Oh, I'm just waiting for that to just go.
Separate that grape again.
Oh, it's like pure sugar.
Is
another one.
Can you taste its innocence?
I can. It's delicious.
Is it nourishing you?
Please tell me there's another. I was going to want one tiny one. Okay,
It's like a. It's like a tiny egg. It's a grape egg.
Marcus, you can have the tiny baby.
Ah, screw you guys. This is the smallest one.
It's like a little grape pepper saw growing on the side there.
Nope.
Also,
So-
it's going to be an ass to edit the word pip because of how hard I pushed the.
Oh, it's so sour. Yes.
It's 100% skin.
Oh my god.
Delicious.
That's like the tiny Skittle I would put inside a mourning ring.
But
Yeah, I got you, Marcus.
Nope. You got-
It's
you-
weird, but I got you.
okay.
So yeah,
Did we talk about Onwards yet?
Yes.
Yay, it looks like fun.
It does look like fun.
we got a Chris Pratt, Tom Holland road trip movie.
It looks really charming,
Yeah.
and I'm keen for that.
Yep.
As Jason.
Sorry,
as-
charm. You just said charming, and I just thought Charming is almost certainly going to be a film in the next 10 years, which is like an origin story for Prince Charming, and it's just going to be called Disney's Charming.
Oh god, you're right.
The story
No.
of how he
Prince-
came to be charming.
Jesus, I put this thing on fucking silent. I swear.
you
Yeah, that's what we think about you, but you keep talking.
So, Jason, what's news in the world
There's
of
another trailer.
Kainama? Is it?
Jungle Cruise.
Jungle
Two
Cruise.
trailers.
Nope. Jungle Cruise isn't worth talking about.
And The Turning.
Things we're talking
Oh,
about.
turning
Fuck
looks
you.
cool, but I was too busy turning in my actual like seat that can turn around.
No.
So
I did
didn't
like
really pay
that- that
attention.
You did commit to a pun.
You did a pre-visual gag.
I did. I did.
Just briefly on the Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise, yeah, it's just, as we said, it's just an ad for a ride.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember at Ratanga Junction when
Yeah.
they would do those weird stage shows where things would explode?
No, I never watched any of the stage shows.
This is the second Disney ride movie that The Rock has been in.
What is the other one?
Was
the
the
sequel to
Pirates of the
Journey to
Caribbean.
Center of the Earth.
Was that a Disney
Oh,
one?
I remember the
I
sequel
thought-
to the Journey to the Middle of the Earth ride. They really need a punchier name for it, though.
No, the Journey to the Center of the Earth was.
I thought that was Brendan Fraser.
He was in the first one, and then in the sequel he was replaced by Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
I have a news story about him.
Wait, oh yeah, I remember. That was the one that was called Journey numeral 2.
Oh.
Yeah, some island or something.
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought he was in Witch Mountain.
He was in Witch Mountain too.
I don't know.
Are they? The only thing I
yeah,
can
it
say
just-
for
it just
sure is
looks
that
like a
Dwayne The
lot
Rock
of
Johnson
movie
was
set.
not in Pirates of the Caribbean.
It looks like a lot of
might have
movie
been.
set, but I'm excited to see Emily Blunt in anything, so I will go watch it.
Yeah.
Indiana Jane looks good times.
Oh shit! I forgot to mention that when we were talking about Gemini Man earlier. Have you guys seen the absolutely terrible way that they're trying to market their failing film?
No. Are they doing the
They-
rad thing that Geostorm did with just random people's quotes on their Twitter?
No.
You mean other than, like, the whole launching it at 120 FPS where no cinemas can show it, and then that becomes, like, a huge talking point, and everyone's like, well, I have to go watch this film, and it's like, it's such a pity I can't watch it the way it was intended.
Because if it fails, it's just the way it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
But no,
But even for home release, sorry, because this is going to bug the fuck out of me. Like, you can only buy a 120 hertz monitor. You can't buy a 120 hertz TV yet.
Nope.
You could if you try, not with that attitude.
I mean, the only way to get it is to get one of those NVIDIA certified BFGDs, the big fucking gaming displays, and then
That's a
Do
terrible
you not get a
name.
144 hertz TV?
Just, I'm pretty sure
not
you
that
do.
high, no.
But you just have
Not
to,
in the TV space. You get
But you
a
have to-
giant monitor in that.
yeah,
yes.
but you have to, we just sit real close to it.
Then anything is enormous.
Yeah,
That's how perspective works.
yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
And also, like,
That's literally how that, like,
That VR works.
the
Yeah.
Samsung Gear thing works.
yeah.
Jason, I'll explain it to you later.
Jared!
Yeah,
You'll get it.
but yeah, it's,
But yeah, the way
on the
they-
one hand, it's really dumb and gimmicky, and I think the idea, like, on the one hand, yes, I totally acknowledge that it actually does make things more present and realistic.
But it's bad to watch.
But that's
Yeah.
the thing, is like when you watch The Hobbit at 48 FPS, which was just 48 FPS, it was already like
Wah.
every seam, every, like, you could see the wigs were wigs. You could, like, every little
Every
detail
costume
was
looked like a
laid
costume.
But you
bare.
see, that was a problem there, because that was like unrealistic stuff, where this is a Will Smith fighting a much younger version of Will Smith.
Oh, I'm sure it'll go great.
The freaking the it already looks terrible at 24 FPS.
But yes, Jason, how are they marketing?
They are trying to make memes of the behind-the-scenes Will Smith footage.
Why though?
There's nothing like boomers making memes. That
I
brings
love
me
boomer
more
memes.
joy. Good God. Boomers understand memes less than fucking our population understands memes, which
Yeah.
is already pretty fucking bad.
All over Mimi.
Exactly.
Meme. Yeah, I'll hit Dion with it first.
Why?
Just push play on that guy.
Is he firing his laser?
Isn't it so relatable, Dion? Aren't you relating
Why does
so
that
hard
sound
right
like
now?
why does that sound like one of
Relate,
those dead
Dion,
Call of
relate.
Duty Goatee 420 memes? Is it one of those?
Is it MLG
Now
gaming?
that you've related to it, let Marcus and
Is it an
Thomas try and
MLG
relate.
gaming meme?
Oh shit! Dion's practicing his next phase for my Judge Dredd casting coming up.
Okay, so we're supposed to hit play on this bitch.
Alright, we'll do it together, Marcus.
Yeah.
Good luck, guys.
Oh yeah, that's totally MLG.
Yeah, you're relating to it hard, aren't you?
I'm relating it to it hard. Like, I just want to pound some Mountain Dew right now. I think
Yeah,
we've
Thomas,
murdered
there we go.
Thomas.
That's the expression.
There are a few things in the world that I care about. Like, I can count them on this hand. One of those things is me.
It's this hand.
One of us is that hand. The other one is Diavov. That only leaves 2 fingers.
Exactly.
What's the opposite of dank?
So,
That, in fact.
Anti-dank.
Will
It's
Smith.
Gemini.
mad with a silent K.
Oh
in
man,
front.
he's that guy here, man. He's fucking mean
It's
on
Knad.
Gemini.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, Gemini, the opposite of Dank. You heard it here
You heard it
first.
here
Yeah.
first.
I'm sorry.
Which is, it is absolutely going to be a thing. No, like considering history.
If fucking 4chan, as a joke, could turn this into a legitimate white power symbol, as a joke, and it actually has been acknowledged by the Anti-Defamation League as a white power symbol because of a joke, then we could absolutely do it.
Yeah.
So, while we've dipped our toes into horrible things, let's go into the world of DC.
Oh,
And
What's
also,
happening in the
turning
world
looks
of
great.
DC?
Watch it, spooky.
Yeah.
yeah, turning looks good.
Oh, yeah.
Spooky. And Finn Wolfhard being
They showed way
Just
too
a
much in the trailer.
color.
though.
They did. Don't watch the
Way too
trailer.
much.
Take it from us, it looks good.
Alright,
It's got the prostitute from Blade Runner.
We'll go
2049.
to-
yeah.
we'll go to a slightly more positive DC thing before we slip into the Snyder minute.
Okay.
So, you know how Todd Phillips, director of the Joker, said, "Oh, you can't tell jokes today. Nobody's allowed to be funny anymore."
Yes, and then Taika Waititi.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
Waititi,
yeah.
Waititi him. Ah!
Waititi'd him.
So, one of the people who starred in his own fucking movie,
Yeah.
Mark Maron, you know him from Glow,
Yes.
And also a podcast.
and also a podcast.
The guy that looks like
Like a porn dealer. He looks like a porn dealer.
no. He looks like, oh my god, how can I forget his? He looks like Stan Lee. He looks like Stan Lee when in
Yeah.
like de-aged Stan Lee from his last cameo.
Yes.
Yes.
He does
So a
look like
porn
that.
dealer
Yeah,
Yeah.
he should absolutely play Stan Lee in whatever
in the biopic
inevitable
that's
biopic.
coming out in
yeah.
2 years.
Oh yeah, the biopic's coming out.
Yeah.
So, on his podcast, he addressed the nonsense that is Todd Phillips' statement that you cannot be funny today.
Which Todd Phillips movie was in Hangover or what?
Joker.
Was he in Joker?
You remember he was there with Robert De Niro. He was the
But anyway, yeah.
stage.
Oh Christ! Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry,
I'm-
it's in the third act. So
yeah,
your mind
so
blotted
I just
out.
absolutely blocked it. Oh, shit. I remember the jokes we made afterwards, and I remember nothing.
The brain is truly a
Well, I mean,
wonderful.
the meme that Thomas sent to the group today is pretty much the entire story.
That's literally the film.
I can't wait. I love Seinfeld.
Except I don't think there were enough cigarettes in that meme.
Okay, yeah. So what do you think?
There's plenty of people being funny right now. Not only being funny, but being really fucking funny. There are still
Yeah.
lines to be rode. If you like to ride a line, you can still ride a line. If you want to take chances, you can still take chances. Really, the only thing that's off the table culturally at this juncture, and not even entirely, is shamelessly punching down for the sheer joy of hurting people. For the sheer
What?
excitement and laughter that some people get from causing people pain, from making people uncomfortable, from making people feel excluded. You know, that excitement.
That is
Yeah!
sensational.
The bottom line is no one is saying you can't say or do things. It's just that it's going to be received a certain way by certain people, and you're going to have to shoulder that.
Yeah.
And if you're isolated or marginalized or pushed into a corner because of your point of view or what you have to say, yet still have a crew of people that enjoy it, there you go. Those are your people. Enjoy your people.
Yeah! Yeah! Put in his
Yeah.
place.
Kermit, like, even...
My goodness.
He slam dunked that for a 6, dude.
Yo, he touched down that so
3-pointer
hard.
touchdown.
Yo,
That was
3-pointer
like-
touchdown.
That was like
That was
a
a-
home dunk.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Home dunk. That was a
a
home
full
dunk.
3-point home dunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
3-point
Well,
home
there's
dunk.
our title of the episode, Home Dunked Grapes.
That was a
Also,
fucking...
yeah, but
Also,
when
look
he's
how much our
Mark Maron-
grape consumption has slowed down now. We're peeling each individual one rather than just stuffing them in our mouths. Sorry.
But
back
Mark
to the
Maron
Joker.
does have a good point because even like Dave Chappelle, even though he he's still being funny, even though he's getting shit from the LGBTQ
Well, like you
community.
said, you got your
but he's
people.
got his audience. He's
Yeah.
still got his audience.
Yeah, I tried watching his special. There was some good stuff in there, but for the most part, he just felt really desperate.
Yeah.
Like, it was so try hard. I stopped, like, midway through. I was
Some
like-
funny jokes. Though.
But again, he
It
has
didn't-
his audience.
The thing with a stand-up comedian has to feel, like, in control. And he never feels like he's in control of the room. Like, he never feels like he's in control of the whole thing. It feels like he's lobbing shit out there and then kind of, like,
Going
tensing.
like, what?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. And, yeah.
You know who's really good at controlling a room? Female comedian Eliza Schlesinger.
I respect what she does, but it's not for me. I don't party enough for me to get her party humor.
No.
It's party people humor.
Yeah. No, you know when you go out? No, actually.
No, not really. You know when you drink too much and then you're like, "Bleh." Nope, I don't.
In fact,
Remember
I do
when your
not.
friend Becky's drunk?
In
No,
fact,
I don't
no.
ever have a Becky.
What's a
My
friend?
brother relates fucking hard to that shit, but I don't.
And that's the joys of family.
That's why your brother looks like you, like, 4 or 5 years ago.
He does.
What else? And now, what's on the Snyder
What was the
minute?
what was the good DC? Oh right, it was Mark Maron calling Todd Phillips an idiot.
We
He's
know
basically
you.
saying, Todd Phillips, you're a dick. Don't say comedy's dead. Just be a dick and own it.
Yeah.
Snyder minute.
Snyder minute.
Snyder minute.
Are we doing the positive Snyder minute one or the negative?
No, that was the
Nothing-
positive.
There's
There's
nothing
nothing
positive
talking
about the
about?
fucking Snyder minute,
No, no, no,
Marcus.
Marcus,
It is
no.
our self-imposed curse.
Thomas, what was that thing that you shared to us earlier where Snyder Cut fans got a whole billboard by New York Comic Con? You shared that.
No, I
You
shared the
commented
bus
it?
stop thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
By New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the suicide prevention.
Yeah, what
Society.
There was so much to unpack there.
There was a lot going. Basically, Snyder Cut fans had got together with the anti-suicide, with the Suicide Prevention Society of America, and they put up a billboard along with a whole bunch of testimonials about how the Snyder Cut had basically saved
And it's
people's
like-
lives.
Yeah.
And then
and like
Zack
the
Snyder,
5-hour masterpiece.
the 5-hour masterpiece of. And, you know, with the outline of the Justice League, and then Zack Snyder commenting saying, wow, I've got the best fans in the
Yeah, I'm
world.
so
I mean,
honored.
because of his whole family thing beforehand, so it kind
True.
of makes sense that they would partner up with him because they kind
that's
of
true.
blame suicide for ruining the Snyder Cut.
True, but there couldn't be any. Yeah, true.
We have to fight suicide.
But there couldn't be anything.
We're gonna punch suicide in the dick.
There couldn't be anything
We're gonna
more.
school shoot
There
suicide.
couldn't. We're gonna white lone gunman. This, but
We're
there
gonna
couldn't be. There
venom
couldn't be.
suicide.
Yeah, there couldn't be anything more insulting.
Yeah.
Like, there. That for me, like, I laughed at first, and then I got kind of angry, because, you know, Zack Snyder, we know he's an asshole, and we know he's, you know, the Snyder Cut thing is driving his career somehow behind the scenes. But this was a really important moment for him to say, actually, no. You know? Like, I'm honored that you did this, but it has nothing to do with my movie. You know, these two issues are completely separate, and I'm happy that you're fighting this, and I'm happy that you feel like, you know, you can support me as your fans through this trying time that I went through, and that you can relate to that, and that's important to me, and it's important to the cause, because it lends credence to the cause, but don't make it about my movie.
Yeah, but remember that would basically mean alienating his fan
I know,
base,
but
which
I'm-
is what's keeping
But
his
this
name
was
in
the
the
moment
news.
of integrity. You know, this
Yeah.
this was the
integrity,
moment.
just integrity.
This
Yeah.
was the integrity
Integrity.
moment.
Integrity Farms. They did raise $100,000 though.
No, I know, but I'm just.
And they
It's-
donated it towards the Snyder Cut, which means they only have to do 500 more of those before they can afford.
This sword has made me powerful.
Well, who was it? Was it a cinematographer or a VFX guy that was talking about how like it would cost like $50 million
The VFX guy.
to finish that film?
Because the cinematographer's way on board, so he's like, yeah, put it out there.
I mean,
Give me $50 million and I'll take a weekend to finish it.
I mean,
Copy paste.
50 million still seems a bit like on the cheap side, you know, considering what we know of the production and how much like visual
basically
effects still
done
needs to
before-
be done.
Yeah, but the principal shooting had been done before Joss Whedon came on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then lots of reshoots.
and then tons of research. But you
Yeah.
remember, just the principal photography was done, but none of the effects were done on those.
Yeah.
on
It's
that
fine. We
canned
just get some
stuff.
of those Logan scenes with the green guns.
But no. But there's like concept art. So that's basically finished, right?
It's basically a
in one of the
movie.
storyboards that didn't make it to the movie cut, they had Martian Manhunter. So he's confirmed in the Snyder Cut.
Rad.
confirmed in the
I love
Snyder
John
Cut
Johns.
and he's done.
He's my boy.
Can you imagine how tastefully Zack Snyder would handle Martian Manhunter?
He is the last of his
Martian
kind. He
Manhunter
also likes to snap
consultant
necks.
to Mr. Snyder, Michael Bay.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't see any other.
But yeah, what was your Snyder Cut thing?
No,
Well,
it was the.
what was that?
It was the fact that they actually raised money for the cause,
And
which
also-
is, a net positive.
I refuse to acknowledge it as a net positive, Marcus.
Also,
The thing.
Martian Manhunter
The Martian Manhunter.
was supposedly in the storyboards for...
Of course, it wasn't a story.
I want to talk about Zaymore. Can we move on?
Well, no, because the release the Snyder Cut people have...
No!
I literally thought you just said because they released the Snyder Cut.
It's like, what are we doing? What are we watching it right now? Doing the longest riff track of our lives.
Yes.
No, we try to watch a Zack Snyder movie again with bass the one time.
No, we did. We just got hella drunk first.
Well, you guys can all
And
get
then Martina drove us all to get KFC.
fucked up, and I'll be the sober one. The title of my autobiography. And it'll be great.
Shit, I'll fuck up my meds to sit through a Zack Snyder movie. I don't care.
Gots to do it.
Comparing
Oh, wow.
the Snyder Cut to Fantastic
I've not
Four,
read
what
this
the
yet, so-
Christ?
So this is going to be
Live
new to all of
reactions.
us. We want to make a statement about the Wikipedia page related to this.
Oh,
Who's saying this? Wait, who's saying this?
Snyder Cut apologists.
No, a literal Twitter account called Release the Snyder Cut.
Oh my
Okay,
Christ.
good.
Yeah, straight from the source. We've
Okay,
tapped
so
the
they-
vein.
At
so
boys.
RT Snyder Cut.
So they
We've tapped the
say
vein,
they've
boys.
So
They've coalesced.
they've become an actual
They've
group.
amalgamated. We have, until this point, had nothing to do with what is written in that post. However, having been alerted by some members of the movement, we believe it is time to act.
There's a lot of really threatening and alarming language being used in this.
There are
This is literally just an extension of like right-wing
Yeah,
white
yeah,
nationalism.
If the negativity
They're all
about
going
the
like
movement,
this.
Yeah.
they're all going like release the Snyder Cut and also fuck Antifa.
I've
CK.
heard the Snyder Cut is.
I've heard
Oh
it's-
yeah, it's
Okay.
If the negativity about the movement is not removed from the Wikipedia page within the next couple of days, we will be filing a dispute through Wikipedia.
gamers rise up.
Oh my
Gang,
god.
gang.
Oh, they're going harsher. Our next step will be to ask you all to become editors.
Oh no.
And we will be requesting
This just
community
means the
input.
page is gonna get locked.
Yeah,
That's all
that's
that's gonna
all that's
happen.
gonna happen. They're just
It's
gonna
going
lock
to be
us.
4chan for like 3 hours.
Sean.
It's going to be 4chan.
Yeah, it's gonna be that, and then they're gonna revert to like a
3chan.
cached copy from like a few days before, and
Yeah.
then they're gonna lock it.
Yep.
The end.
But then they'll
No,
start
Dion,
their own wiki
democracy's
with
on
blackjack
their
and
side.
hookers.
What does the TLDR Wikipedia page say about the Snyder Cut? Does anybody know?
I'm going to right now.
Please, because
Right now.
I'm really curious.
Hey guys, I just had a thought.
Mm.
Are any of you really good like animators
No.
who can do like chibi, like adorable little like chibi
I
characters?
know a guy.
Okay, great. Because it would be amazing if we released the Snyder Cute.
Yes! We should do that!
Snyder Cute.
Is there not one?
There's no official Snyder Cut page, but there is a whole Snyder Cut section on the Justice League page. A fucking massive Snyder Cut people section.
Anyway.
What else is news in the film world?
Dune
Haunted
has
Doll
finished
Watch.
filming.
I've got
Huh?
Dune has finished filming.
Yeah, I saw that.
so.
I had to take on so
excited.
many people. I don't usually comment on things, but then
What's
people were like, "Oh, isn't this the second time they're remaking it?" And then I had to jump in there and go.
Did you jump in?
Yeah.
You were like blah blah blah.
What's this?
Bam!
was
Film
reading
it.
Sniper Clips.
Drive-bys, huh?
Dune.
People
Oh,
complaining like,
Yeah.
"Oh, why are
Dion
they
had to go
making it?"
onto social media.
Yeah, and I had to comment on
That's the
people's
news story.
posts.
I had to unfollow someone because they said they don't get why people are dunking so hard on Dark Phoenix. It's a good movie.
Wow.
Well, no. In fairness,
Unfollow.
they're half right because it is a movie.
Well, you see, even that I take issue with because, like,
It's certainly not cinema.
no.
Or as we like to say in the field, kinema.
Maybe that's what Scorsese.
Yeah, maybe that's what Scorsese
maybe, like,
was
he's like,
talking
you know what,
about.
I'm gonna give these Marvel movies everyone's talking about
Yeah,
as the
chance.
benefit of the
And
doubt.
then he watched Dark
He
Phoenix,
watched
and he was
Dark-
like, "What is this crap?" That was a weird story.
Why didn't she go back to space? That doesn't
There's
make
no
any sense.
narrative consistency.
Why is it on a train?
You know what?
This is just Solo.
I miss when Joker was just going to be, the Martin Scorsese movie he didn't have the time to make.
Those were the good old days.
A couple of months ago.
I gotta say, I was very happy. I was very, very worried after watching Joker with everyone sort of with all the praise for it and
It
People go
basically
nuts.
just calls the Snyder Cut movement toxic.
Yeah.
cool.
Which
Yeah.
is accurate.
What are they taking exception to?
I don't know.
it's
It's
I
a
was really-
self-descriptor.
I was really worried, and then I watched Movie Bob's review, and he did not let me down.
I don't really like a lot of his reviews.
I also like. I don't always agree with him, but I always enjoy his reviews. Like,
Yeah, fair.
because the thing about him is, I always feel like his reviews are like super honest. Like, I never feel like he's necessarily pandering or anything. So I often disagree with him, but I
well,
always
except
enjoy
with
them.
except with the Godzilla King of the Monsters review.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is that movie was made for him.
But his Joker review was 100% on point.
He did not mention the awesomeness of the score.
Oh yeah, he didn't. What? Face.
What's so awesome about a score that has a pedophile song in it?
That's
That's
not the
the
score, you
soundtrack.
moron. That's the soundtrack.
Same thing.
Dion's
Civil War.
No, that's how serious it was. We got
Whoa,
to
whoa, whoa.
grapes.
I got graped.
I have a news story, and it's a news story that made me sad.
Yeah, what's your news story?
But I'm allowed to say I got graped because that literally happened.
It turns out that if the Tom Cruise mummy never happened, the fourth mummy movie would have been Brendan Fraser facing down Antonio Banderas as an Aztec mummy god.
Holy shit!
That
I
would've
want
been
that
cool.
movie
Now
in
I'm
my
even
life.
angrier. That's like Hellboy.
Exactly.
Instead of Hellboy 3.
Exactly. You know, like
But can't they just make it anyway?
Brendan
make it
Fraser's
anyway.
back. Everybody watch Doom Patrol.
We
Get
know
on it.
somebody who
Get on
liked
it.
Hellboy.
What?
I haven't seen it yet.
Don't. Okay, watch it.
No.
Do watch it.
No.
Do.
No.
Waste your. Watch
thing
it.
is-
Watch it for the third act creature designs.
Okay, the problem that I have with that is
Okay, so I can skip to the last 20 minutes and mute it.
Yes.
the hour and a half that I would spend watching Hellboy, I could just rewatch Archer or South Park.
No, that's what I'm saying. Skip to the end, see the cool creatures that come out in the fake apocalypse, and then, turn it off.
It's a fake apocalypse? Oh, spoilers. Now I'm not going to watch it at all.
Fake apocalypse.
Who the fuck
Stefan.
Oh, yeah.
Unusual yardstick for if a movie
Oh,
gets
yeah,
bad.
but
right.
he's a great yardstick for everything that's...
He also loved Venom.
There was only one good thing that came out of Venom.
Yeah, it was over.
It allowed you to identify who is an idiot.
And also, it gave Andy Serkis another, like...
Job.
Yeah, it's given him another sort of point in
Another
his
crack at
downward
it.
trajectory.
I was actually just talking about the fact that they
Yeah,
paid
I'm talking about
Eminem
2
enough
songs.
money. Yeah.
We got 2 new rap songs out of it.
Yeah.
It has been unseated by the Joker though in many of its records.
Well, of course it
You
has
said,
because
you said it's now the highest
October
gross, so...
And also, very upsettingly, Joker is now the 9th highest rated movie on IMDb.
But Jason, everybody knows the
That's
IMDb
pretty
user
high.
base is like white nationalist.
No, not the user base. You need to be a premium member to vote on IMDb things.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know because.
Okay, so they're
I
white
can
nationalists
vote.
with money.
IMDb, it's like almost $200 a year for to have a page, like an actual like page where your stuff isn't scattered, like where it's actually collected.
Thomas
I,
has
don't,
an
I have an
IMDb page.
IMDb.
I know, that's what I was saying to him in a tone that suggests like, I've just discovered this, you already knew this, acknowledge with me how ridiculous this is.
Okay, now that,
Sorry,
now,
the subtle
now that
use of
we've
language.
now that we've got there, you're right, Dion. That is a lot of money.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It is, but I like it
You
because
said
it
but.
keeps out the poors.
That's true.
But,
That's
but
good.
even without the poor, they're still. Oh, I know why the poors are loving Joker. I can't say it without saying spoilers, but I know exactly why.
I don't care if you
No,
spoil
not the
it.
I
poors.
do. I want to
The
watch the movie.
the rich people who can afford the 200 IMDb bucks a year. I know why they're loving Joker.
Why?
Why not spoiling this, Thomas?
Okay,
Go,
just
go,
sort of
go,
mouth
go,
it
go,
at
go.
me.
So, the whole premise is rich people bad, but the one saying that is the Joker, the world's most known villain, which means rich people good.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't
cool.
think that was much of a spoiler, though.
I don't
It is.
care.
It is actually.
I want to watch the movie.
I'm gonna watch it.
my name's Thomas. I want to watch Joker.
Whoa, Thomas.
Is that sort of the long and the short of it?
Did you just
I
ventriloquist
ventriloquist.
Dion?
No, you see, I actually
Ventriloquize
hid
me.
my voice in those grapes.
Oh.
Each one you eat.
A strange parasite growing inside.
I wonder if there's any other interesting movie news that we may have missed.
Yeah. The the writers of The Pacific and Band of Brothers doing a third World War II series.
Ooh.
And it's about the bombers, the Allied bombers that flew over Berlin and flew all those missions.
And then stood behind
Nice.
people in photos.
Yeah. And it's going to be called something about On the Wings of Freedom or On the Wings of something, and it's based on a book, and it's going to be coming out on Apple TV, and it has an alleged budget of $250 million. So,
Oh wow. For per episode, that's amazing.
no, for
I know.
the
I get it.
black
4 episodes only.
only, unfortunately.
Oh,
But yeah, so I'm keen for that.
that's pretty cool. Oh, apparently The Irishman is getting lambasted in reviews.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like 20-something% on Metacritic.
Wow.
Jesus.
No, not really. I just
You trying to get Marcus.
Yeah, you're just trying to
You
get
wanna
me,
raise
but-
his tackles?
You wanted to get Marcus and you got us all.
I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, two things that we don't know details about yet, but we do know.
But we can
coming.
speculate wildly about.
The Ballerina, which is
Oh yeah, the
s-
John Wick spin-off.
Yeah, spin-off of John Wick.
Oh yeah.
Based
With a
on that little-
lady.
Yeah, well, that
Joan Wick.
Based purely on the fact
SJW
that there
gone
was one
wild.
scene with one
two
ballerina
gas-looking
dance.
ballerina.
There was
Yeah.
3 scenes.
No, it was a whole like section of the movie where he
Yeah.
was going through the
Yeah.
ballerina area.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then also, and this is very fucking exciting, new Evil Dead shit coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
In fairness,
What?
in all
Yes.
fairness,
that remake
I've been
was
seeing the
tits
same
money.
headline and the same interview quotes with Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell for the last like 2 years. So
Ever since the series was cancelled.
yeah. So I mean, obviously, always excited, but like I'm waiting until
but-
like production dates are set because it's literally been him saying like Sam Raimi saying like, "Cool, we're moving ahead with ideas," and Bruce Campbell be like, "Yeah, we're gonna produce a new one." But yeah, it'll probably they want to do another one.
I'd
Bruce
love a
Campbell-
sequel to the remake.
That's what I was saying. They want to do another one in that universe,
Super good.
Yeah.
and then a new.
The new Evil Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really leave much room for a sequel instead of just
Bullshit.
putting more kids.
Yeah, just put in bullshit. Who cares?
Number
that's
2
a
was just a
post-credit
remake
scene.
of number 1.
Yeah.
So like, just do that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bruce Campbell's in a film we'll talk about next week.
He's in what?
A film we'll talk
In
about
a,
next
in a
week.
doubles film where actors act
As
opposite
actors.
themselves.
Ooh, another story, that fucking thing that I shared to the group. That Blood Dragon series.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Series of Blood Dragon brought to you by the same dude that did the Castlevania series. Holy
yes.
shit.
Nice.
Like,
Yep.
could not be
I can
more
live with
on board
that.
Like
that.
Eddie Shankar isn't the best human being in the world,
No.
but
No.
when he produces stuff for Netflix,
He knows what's up.
he knows what's
Is
up.
there going to be more Castlevania?
Yes.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'd kill you.
And
all.
if, please, my recommendation for this week, oh my god, if you haven't watched it yet, Primal. Primal. Please watch Primal. It is fucking phenomenal.
Animated.
Yes.
Nice.
The first episode is one of the most metal things I've ever seen. It is so raw.
And he
Just fucking
recently
tungsten
rewatched
steel.
Metalocalypse.
Yeah, dude, it is so cool.
So,
My
kind of
rec-
on the fence about it?
Yeah, like 6 out of 10.
My
9.99,
recommendation.
I think.
Letterkenny season 7 comes out this week.
Yay!
Yep.
On which streaming service, Jason?
Hulu.
On Hulu.
Elite X. Oh,
And you can watch Primal on Adult Swim streaming site.
nice.
Yeah.
Also, another recommendation: don't waste your time with Lucky Day.
You need to be
All the cool
vaping.
shots were in the trailer.
Oh, really?
Which
The
film?
one I showed you on Thursday, Lucky Day,
Oh.
with Crispin Glover in his fake French accent.
Oh,
Oh, really? Is it not?
All the good shots are in the trailer.
Aw.
Other than that, it's
So it's like a Juicy Smoulier situation.
Damn it.
ever since we said Dave Chappelle, I've been waiting for someone to say that.
Who did you think it was gonna be?
Me. And then I didn't find a good conceit, so Marcus just
so,
shoehorned
well,
it in
Marcus
there.
picked up-
Can I just interrupt you for a second?
Yes.
Krabby.